From founder to enterprise leader. Why successful founders are often not great enterprise leaders. Successful founders are often the true visionaries who, with an idea, passion, and a lot of courage, set out to conquer the world. They are the ones who take the leap into the unknown, open the first office, develop the product, and win the first customers. But as the company grows and the demands on leadership increase, suddenly there are gaps. Not in the idea, not in the product, but in the ability to run an enterprise. As a founder, you learn to be flexible, take risks, and do everything yourself. You live off the vision, the drive to create something impossible, and the belief that you are the only one who truly understands the business. But all these traits that have led to success in the early stages of the company can hold you back in the role of a leader. Why? Because leadership requires far more than just vision and perseverance. The shift from founder to enterprise leader. In the early years of a business, the focus is on development and rapid growth. You are constantly moving, improvising, and making decisions on the fly. But eventually, there comes a point when the company grows, the challenges become more complex, and the demands on leadership increase. It's no longer just about quick success. It's about sustainability, scalability, and, most importantly, leading an enterprise and the people working in it. This is where many founders stumble, because they feel so at home in the role of the doer, that they underestimate the responsibilities of leadership. It's a tough transition, both organizationally and psychologically. Founders must learn to let go of the do-it-yourself mentality, delegate tasks, and build a structure that will take the company to the next level. The problem of delegation. One of the biggest challenges for founders is delegation. As solo players, they are used to doing everything themselves. But with a growing team, it's simply impossible to control every detail or make every decision on your own. Good business leaders must trust their team and place the right people in the right positions. However, many founders struggle to give up control, whether because they feel only they truly understand the business or because they fear their standards won't be upheld. This is where ego often comes into play. Founders tend to identify deeply with their idea and the company, as if they are the business. This self-overestimation often leads to the belief that they are the only ones capable of managing the business. The drive to do everything themselves, to micromanage, or to be involved in every decision can stifle creativity, initiative, and trust in the team. Ego and overconfidence. Ego plays a central role in the success of many founders. After all, it takes a certain level of self-confidence to even start a business. But the same ego can become a hindrance when it comes to effective leadership. Many founders overestimate their own abilities and believe they can make every decision better than their team. In the early years, this approach may work because they have complete control. But as the business grows, ego becomes a burden. Self-overconfidence often shows itself in how founders perceive their own role. Founders often see themselves as irreplaceable, as the driving force behind everything. But good leadership is not about being the center of attention or controlling everything. It's about setting the right direction and creating an environment where others can thrive. It's about recognizing that leadership is not about being the hero, but about empowering others to succeed. The difference between vision and leadership. A founder is often a creative thinker, an innovator, someone who builds a business from a clear vision and a lot of enthusiasm. But leadership requires something else, the ability to set a clear direction, make decisions that extend beyond the original idea, and guide the company through challenging times. It's not enough to have a great idea and inspire the team. Effective leadership means thinking long-term, creating structures, and making decisions that enable the company to grow sustainably. Many founders struggle with this shift because they identify too strongly with their original idea. The vision of the company is something very personal. It's what they have brought to life. But having a vision is not enough. You also need to be able to share that vision with others and lead the company in a way that it evolves beyond the original plan. The derivation at this point is: growth requires change. The transition from founder to business leader is one of the greatest challenges an entrepreneur can face. Successful founders must learn to redefine their role, from being the doer to becoming the leader. They need to learn to delegate, trust their team, and most importantly, expand their perspective. It's an ongoing process of learning, self-reflection, and embracing change. Successful founders are often too attached to their egos and overestimate their leadership abilities. But with the right approach to their weaknesses and a willingness to grow, they can evolve into strong business leaders. The greatest gift they can give their company is not doing everything themselves, but building a team that carries the vision forward. Effective enterprise leadership must be learned and trained. The truth is, effective enterprise leadership is not an innate talent. It's something that can be learned, practiced, and adapted. What works in the early stages of a business is often not enough to thrive in an increasingly complex and fast-moving market. The ability to develop leadership skills and adopt new approaches is essential in today's VUCA world. Especially, the rapid pace of change in the digital age demands a modern approach to enterprise leadership, one that requires greater flexibility, agility, and digital competence. In a world where markets and technologies are evolving faster than ever before, traditional leadership models are often insufficient. Entrepreneurs and C-suite executives must be ready to question their old ways of leading and find new, innovative ways to guide their enterprises, with a clear focus on continuous learning, adaptability, and the ability to keep up with change. A good enterprise leader is not just the one who drives the company forward, but also the one who is willing to evolve themselves. The successful founder must have the courage to learn, grow, and change, not just in terms of their business, but also as a leader. Because the growth and change of the company always starts with the growth and change of the leader. But how to apply effective enterprise leadership? Effective enterprise leadership brings both leadership and entrepreneurial capabilities together. It fosters an environment that encourages growth and change by utilizing transformational skills and inspiring people to think beyond traditional limits. It focuses on a systemic enterprise development and emphasizes people-centered leadership that combines methodology with emotional intelligence. Unlike traditional models, it fosters a culture of continuous learning, agility, and innovation. Developing and applying skills. As leaders move from a startup to a growing enterprise, several key skills need to be developed to manage both growth and increasing complexity. Let's look at these skills. Agile leadership. Even as the business grows, agility remains crucial. Leaders should focus on developing the ability to respond to rapid changes while managing larger, more complex teams. This means empowering teams to act quickly, make decisions, and respond to customer needs while ensuring that the company remains aligned with its long-term strategic goals. Agile leadership also involves making quick decisions in the face of uncertainty and adapting to unforeseen challenges. Communication competence. As complexity grows, clear communication becomes even more essential. Leaders must be able to communicate effectively across various levels of the organization, from individual contributors to senior managers and external stakeholders. This includes fostering a culture of transparency, providing clarity during times of uncertainty, and ensuring that key messages are understood and acted upon by everyone. Change management. The process of growing an organization often involves significant shifts in processes, roles, and structures. Leaders must be adept at managing both planned as well as unforeseen changes while keeping the organization aligned and focused. Change management requires a deep understanding of how different parts of the business interact and how to lead employees through the complexity of these transformations. Systemic development competence. As businesses grow, leaders must develop the ability to understand and manage complex systems. Leaders should be able to recognize how different elements of the organization, like people, technology, or processes, are interconnected and how changes in one area affect the entire system. Systemic thinking helps leaders to identify inefficiencies, optimize workflows, and ensure that the organization is well positioned to handle increasing complexity as it scales. Self-reflection and self-empowerment. Founders transitioning into enterprise leadership need to focus on self-reflection to assess their evolving strengths and weaknesses. Self-awareness allows leaders to understand the impact of their decisions on the entire organization, especially as the complexity of the business increases. At the same time, self-empowerment is key for maintaining confidence and motivation while navigating challenges. Enterprise leaders must be proactive in developing their leadership capabilities to stay ahead of emerging complexities. Successfully implementing effective enterprise leadership. To manage both growth as well as increasing complexity, founders need to implement effective leadership practices that scale as the business does. Here are several approaches to ensure a successful transition. Initiating cultural change. As a business grows, its culture must evolve to accommodate the increased complexity. Founders should foster a culture that emphasizes collaboration, trust, and flexibility, allowing employees at all levels to adapt to new challenges. The organizational culture should encourage innovation, transparency, governance, and continuous improvement, helping to navigate the complexity that comes with scaling. Fostering innovation. To stay competitive and manage the complexity of a growing enterprise, enterprise leaders must continue to foster innovation. This means creating systems that allow for experimentation, encouraging teams to solve problems creatively, and making space for new ideas. Innovation should not be limited to product development, but should also extend to improving processes, operations, and organizational structures as the business scales. Coaching and mentoring. As the business grows, it's essential for founders to develop future leaders within the organization. Coaching and mentoring can help nurture the next generation of leadership, ensuring that the company has a strong leadership pipeline in place to handle increasing complexity. Mentorship also helps align emerging leaders with the company's vision and values, preparing them for larger roles as the company evolves. Creating transformational capabilities. Transformational leadership is essential in a growing enterprise. Founders need to develop the capability to inspire and lead through significant changes. This involves creating a compelling vision for the future, rallying employees around this vision, and providing the guidance needed to bring about meaningful change. The ability to lead transformation is key when dealing with the complexities of scaling, as it ensures that employees remain engaged and motivated through periods of significant organizational change. And last, but not least, establishing systemic organizational development. A growing business requires a systems-based approach to organizational development. As complexity increases, founders should focus on creating structures and processes that facilitate effective communication, decision-making, and collaboration. Systemic organizational development means aligning all parts of the business, culture, technology, processes, and structure towards a common goal, ensuring that the organization is flexible and resilient in the face of growth and complexity. The conclusion of this NET.story episode is: actively shaping change is key to success. Mastering effective enterprise leadership is a continuous journey, especially as founders move from startups to managing larger, more complex organizations. While growth is exciting, the increased complexity of a scaling business presents new challenges that require ongoing development and leadership agility. Founders who embrace continuous learning, refine their leadership skills, and implement the right strategies will be better equipped to manage the complexities of a growing enterprise. Effective enterprise leadership is about managing change and complexity while maintaining a clear vision and a motivated, empowered team. The transition from a startup to a growing enterprise is full of opportunities and challenges. By developing the necessary leadership skills, fostering innovation, and embracing the evolving complexity of a growing business, founders can ensure their organization remains resilient, agile, and successful in the long term. Are you ready to lead your organization through the challenges of growth and increasing complexity? Start refining your leadership approach today and learn how to manage the complexities of a growing enterprise effectively. Thank you very much for tuning in today. If you're ready to take your leadership to the next level, Don't wait, visit our comprehensive enterprise leadership content now. It's packed with tools, insights, and resources designed to help you lead with confidence and drive your organization and its people to success. Whether you're a seasoned leader or just getting started, we've got everything you need to excel in Enterprise Leadership 5.0. Head over now and start transforming your leadership journey today. Straight visit our engineering.app.